Hello students, how are you all? So today we are going to discuss numericals in this video. In the last few videos we have discussed some formulas and their derivation. Those were first the formula for the gravitational force, that is universal law of gravitation actually. So F is equals to capital G m1 m2 divided by d square, where capital G is your universal gravitational constant. It is having a fixed value 6.67 multiplied by 10 raised to power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. M1 and M2 are the masses among which this force of gravitation acts. It is always attractive force, that we know, and the d is the distance between these two masses M1 and M2. These two masses can be as large as anything in this universe or as small as anything, and the distance can be have any value that we know. Okay, next formula we did in the last video is formula for acceleration due to gravity. This is gravitational force, this is acceleration due to gravity. So that is capital G again and capital M divided by r square. Here capital M is the mass of the earth, capital R is the radius of the earth, and that gives the value of acceleration due to gravity on the surface of earth. How does it vary and all that we have discussed in the previous videos. Next we have discussed the equations of motion. How does equations of motion changes for an object which is falling freely, that is for free fall and for an object going upward in the vertical direction, है ना, up vertical direction, है ना. These equations of motion we have discussed in the last video. I have that page along with me. Let me show you that page. How does that change? I have discussed on this page equations of motion for the case of free fall and equations of motion for the object thrown in upward direction, है ना. So for the case of free fall we have discussed that it should be equal to 0 and all that. So these equations of motion based on the basic equations that we will consider in the numericals. Okay, so first of all let us take the first type of numerical, that is based on gravitational force. So I hope you can see the page of a book that I am having. So let us see question number 1. This is very simple question. I hope this is now more clearer to all of you. Okay, so this question number 1 is very simple question. Let's understand this question. Two iron balls of 1 kg each are placed with their centers 1 meter apart. Calculate the gravitational force between them. Okay, so what is given? Two iron balls are given and 1 kg each means m1 and m2 masses, their masses are 1 kg and they are placed with their centers 1 meter apart. Centers से center पर जो distance है, that I told you we have to consider the distance from center to center, so that is 1 meter apart. Okay, the distance d is 1. So calculate the gravitational force between them, taking G to be this one. Okay, G we know already, so that we have to consider. So let us solve this question. So example 1 that I am taking, it is given two iron balls, है ना. So center to center distance is also given. So from center to center, two iron balls having masses m1 and m2. Here in the question m1 and m2 are 1 kg each, so that is given 1 kg. Distance center to center, that is should be d, where d is equals to 1 meter. Okay, that is given. Fine. Now another thing, we have to calculate capital f, which is g m1 m2 divided by d square. Okay, now capital G, we are having value given 6.67 10 raised to power minus 11. Okay, so here in calculation we don't write the unit, we write only the values. Mass m1 is 1 kg, this is also 1 kg, d is 1, so the 1 square it is. So what is the answer? Answer will remain the same. That is very easy to calculate, but answer should be in Newton. So that will be your force of gravitation between those two objects. Okay, very simple question in which directly things are given and you have to put the value in the formula. Okay, now next type of question is now the next question is problem number 2. I hope all of you can see this one. Okay, the gravitational force between two objects is F. How does the gravitational force between them change if the distance between them is reduced to half and the mass of each object is doubled? This is the question of very important type. Okay, this question is very important. I'm just saying because it comes in your this type comes in your numericals very often in the exams, and for these UTs also it is important because in 1 mark question it can be asked. Okay, so what is the question, and we have to understand that question. So in this question it is given that force between, that is gravitational force between two objects, any two object is F, capital F. The value is not given, only capital F. Okay, now how does the gravitational force between them change? ये जो gravitational force है ये किस तरह से change होगा if number 1, the distance between them is reduced to half. Okay, if the distance between the two objects under which the gravitational force is F is half, it becoming half, then how does it change? And if the mass of each object is doubled, each object, okay, if it is doubled, so let's see how we will think of this question and how we can do this kind of question. So to answer this type of question, example 2, we first of all in the numericals I told you to write down the given things. So either write down in your mind or you should write down on the page itself. The given gravitational force is F and between the two objects. So let's say these are the two objects and between them there is a gravitational force F. Okay, so F has doesn't have any value, so F is given as it is. Now how does it changes? If let us say, let the distance between them and let masses be m1 and m2. Okay, m1 and m2, and let the distance be d as it is given in the universal law of gravitation. Okay, so now we have to see in part 1, if the distance d is reduced to half. Okay, so that means d becomes now d upon 2. D has been reduced to half of its value. Then what will happen to the force F, gravitational force, it is asking. Okay, so sorry, in the first case gravitational force is F. Okay, so according to that our formula G m1 m2 divided by d square. According to this we are looking into the situation that d is inversely proportional to the gravitational force according to this formula. So if d becomes d upon 2, so let's say other things are remaining as it is, so d upon 2, that is whole square. Okay, so what happens to the new F, that is F dash? Okay, so let us see what will happen. G m1 m2 divide by, just simplify this as d square divide by 4. Divide by 4. Okay, now for this we have to simplify it. This 4 we will take it upside. G m1 m2 divide by d square. So let me simplify one step more. I should not skip the step. Maybe some students are not getting it. So G m1 m2 divide by 1 multiplied by, make it reciprocal, 4 divided by d square. This is going to upside by multiplication. It is dividing, then if we do it reciprocal, then we can write down as multiplication. Okay, so this becomes 4 as common. G m1 m2 divided by d square. Okay, so this 4 is, we are taking it out, so this is f dash. So what is this G m1 m2 by d square? From here it is f, nothing but f, which is given force. Okay, so it is 4 times the given force. So the new force will be 4 times the given force. That means it will be 4f. Okay, so how does the force changes? It changes to 4 times when the distance between the objects is reduced to half. Okay, so the question can come directly as when we reduce the distance as half, what will be the new force, or how many times it will be? It will be 4 times. Okay, now the second part says that if the mass of each object is doubled, each of this object mass m1 and m2 is doubled. So earlier the mass is m1 and m2, now they are doubled, each of them are doubled. So we will consider that on the next page. I will do that second part. If the mass m1 is there and it is doubled, so it becomes 2m1. If the mass m2 was there, it becomes double, that means 2m2. Okay, so if the masses are doubled, here in the formula f is equals to g m1 m2 divided by d square. In this formula we are looking into the situation that masses m1 and m2 are doubled. So we will put the form like this: twice of m1 and twice of m2 divide by d square. This is f, this will be new f. Okay, so it will be g and m1 m2 can be separated out because they are variables over here, and 2 multiplied by 2, that is 4, and divided by d square remains the same. So this is f dash. So in this case also this is actual f. Okay, so it will be 4 times of f, like this. Okay, so here also when the masses are doubled, each of the masses are doubled because there are 2 masses, so it becomes 4 times. The answer in both the cases will be 4 times. Similarly, we can do the questions like if the masses are reduced to half, so it becomes m1 divided by 2 in that case. If the masses are tripled, it becomes 3 times, that means 3m1. Okay, if one mass has become 3 times and another mass is 2 times, so that is 3 and 2, so that will be 3 and 2, so 3 2 is 6, it will be 6 times. So in any case we can do with this method. Okay, so these types of questions are very important in for this formula, and we will be getting these kind of questions definitely in our exams. Okay, so you have to take care. So the next type of question is based on the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, this is one example I'm taking for understanding. If a planet existed whose mass and radius are 1/3 of those of Earth, then calculate the acceleration due to gravity at its surface. Okay, given acceleration due to gravity at the surface of Earth is 9.8 meter per second square. So that we know. For Earth it is given, and it is saying, the question is saying that if there is a planet which is having a mass and radius 1/3 of the Earth, that means mass is also 1/3 and radius is also 1/3, then what will be the acceleration due to gravity? So acceleration due to gravity is having this formula, so we will do it according to this formula. Okay, so first of all we write down what are the things given for this question. Okay, so let us take, for this I am doing, this is example number 3 for this video, based on the next formula, that is G is equals to capital G capital M divided by capital R square. Okay, so in this question a planet exists having mass and having radius which is 1/3 of the radius of Earth and mass of the Earth. So let us say mass of the Earth is ME and radius of the Earth is RE. Okay, so there is a new planet which is not having any name, so I will write down P for that, planet P. So mass MP is actually equal to becoming 1/3 of mass of the Earth, and radius is also becoming 1/3 of the Earth radius. Okay, so according to these values, now what will be the value of G? Let us say value of G on Earth, GE is 9.8, that we know, meter per second square. Okay, so now in this formula G capital M by R square, we will put on these values. Okay, so the new G is GP for the new planet. Capital G is as that universal gravitational constant that will have the same value in whole of the universe, that we know. Okay, so mass of the new planet, that is MP, will be ME by 3. So that is ME divided by 3, and RP, that is RE divided by 3. So, and this will be giving us acceleration due to gravity on that new planet, that is GP. Okay. Now simplify this as we have simplified in this question, in the previous question. To simplify this, we will take the numerator G ME divided by 3 and we will make it reciprocal and make multiplication, make it in multiplication 3 divided by RE. Okay, so that will be sorry, it should not be 3. Here I have make it square, so I have not squared it. Okay, so this will be RP square, so RE by 3 whole square. Okay, so it will be square, 3 square will be 9 over here. Sorry, I made a mistake. Okay, so that will be RE square. Okay, so just to simplify this, on the next page I have to write down, I'm just writing GP is equals to capital G ME divided by 3. I'm just copying it right now. 9 divided by RE square. So 3, this is 3. Okay, so this will be 3 is a constant and GME divided by RE square. So what is this GME divided by RE square? On this previous page I have written GME divided by RE square is actually GE. Okay, that means acceleration due to gravity on the surface of earth. So in place of that I can write down, so what will be the acceleration due to gravity of the new planet? That will be 3 times the acceleration on the earth, and that will be 3 multiplied by 9.8. okay, so this is coming out to be 29.4 meter per second square. So the new planet is having acceleration due to gravity as this. Okay, this is how we have to do these kind of questions. This is also an important question, or a type of question which is very important, is the next one. So our next question is this problem number 5. Okay, find the value of g at a height of 800 kilometer above the surface of earth, given the radius of earth is 6400 kilometer and the value of g on the surface of earth is 9.8. The values that we are going to use is this and this, and we have to find g above the surface of earth. As we go above the surface of earth, the value of g should decrease, that I discussed in the last video. So how much it is decreasing? 800 kilometer above, that we can find out from this question. So in this question, lot of calculation must be there. So let us start calculating it. In this question, this is example number 4 I have discussed. So value of g need to be find out. The distance, that is height, h, is 800 kilometer. So above the surface of earth, when we found the formula for g, this, then we have discussed, we have considered this thing, you remember, height above the surface of earth. So this is earth surface, above the surface height, which is 800 kilometer given, and the radius of earth is given r 6400 kilometer in this question. So 6400 this, so total distance between the two objects will become 6400 plus 800, right? So value of g to be found, which is capital G capital M divided by r square. Capital G we know 6.67 multiplied by 10 raised to power minus 11. Capital M is the mass of earth, है ना, and capital R is the radius of earth. So radius of earth is given, but here radius of earth is not to be used, plus h is also to be used. So this formula has become gm divided by r plus h whole square. Okay, so divide by 6400 plus 800, 6400 plus 800 whole square, but it is in kilometers again. So 10 raised to power 3 meters, we have to convert it into meters. Okay, so we have to include this also, so we will not make it square. 64 plus 800 multiplied by 10 raised to power 3 multiplied by 10 raised to power 3. So here mass of the earth we have to use. So mass of the earth we have to use. If we don't have mass of the earth, otherwise we know the mass of the earth, but in the question we are not given the mass of the earth, है ना? So if we don't remember the mass of the earth, either we remember it, or if we don't remember it, so we can use another type of the formula, or we can go through another method in which the mass is cancelled out, or in which our acceleration due to gravity on the earth is given, that is on the earth. Okay, so on the earth is 9.8, that is given in this question, so that we can use. So that method will be similar to the method that we have discussed in the previous questions. Okay, so either we use mass or we use another method, okay, whichever you like. Mass of the earth is 6 multiplied by 10 raised to power 24 kg. Okay, kg, that means we have to convert we don't need to convert. Kg is the SI unit of mass. So this calculation either we do, okay, whole square should also be there. So either we do this calculation or we can use another method. So what is another method that I'm going to tell you, that will be easy, I think. So another method is, we know the value of G. This is on the surface of earth, okay, so that is GE. I am writing on surface. Okay, on surface we use radius. Above the surface of earth, above surface, we will compare these two values, then we can find out. Above the surface, so it is simple, G above the surface of earth, that will be capital G capital M divided by in this case capital M will be the same, ME, because above the surface of earth means mass of the earth only, and this thing denominator changes, so that will be RE plus H, height given. Okay, fine. Now above the surface of earth, we can write down it as GH, above a particular height. So if we compare both these, or we can divide these two equations, okay, dividing these two equations, we will get GH divided by GE is equal to capital G capital ME divided by R E plus H whole square divided by G ME divided by RE square. Okay, so whatever things are being cancelled, that we will do. G ME divided by RE plus H whole square, denominator will go upside in the numerator, then it will be multiplication, and we have to reciprocal it. RE square divided by GME. GME and GME are cancelling here. Okay, so it becomes RE square divided by RE plus H whole square. है ना? So GH divided by GE. So what is GH that we have to find out? A solution due to gravity above 800 kilometer. है ना? So this will go this side. It will become GE RE square divided by RE plus H whole square. Okay, so in this we can put the value. Now R is 6400 kilometer, H is 800 kilometer. So 64 plus 800 is how much? It is 7200 kilometers. So this value is 7200 kilometers in the denominator. This value is 9.8, and the radius this is 6400 kilometers that we can write. Okay, so this is also in kilometers, this is also in kilometers, so we can write down either in meters or in kilometers. So if we write down in meters, so that will also will cancelling out. So this is 9.8, this is 6400 multiplied by 10 raised to power 3 kilometers, so converted into meters. So this is 7200 multiplied by 10 raised to power 3. Okay, so it will be cancelling over here. So this also will cancel. So it is whole square, so it is only one zeros are cancelling. So it will be 9.8 multiplied by 64 divided by 72. One zeros are cancelling, and one time it is remaining. 7200 multiplied by 10 raised to power 3. Okay, one time is it is squared because one time it is cancelling and another is remaining. So this is how we will calculate. So either we calculate over here, or the calculation can be in the previous case also. Okay, so that we have to calculate at last. If we calculate this, I will not show so long calculation over here, so I think you can do this type of calculation. Okay, so this will be coming out to be 7.7. The answer is given as 7.7. okay, so this is how we can do it. Oh, I am sorry, it is also being squared. RE is also squared over here, है ना? So make it square. So this is one time it is cancelling, so it will be 6400 multiplied by 10 raised to power 3. It is also there, है ना? So it is cancelling one more time. 61 one time it is cancelling, and one time also it is cancelling, so that will be easy. This will be easy. 64 divided by 72, so 9.8 multiplied by 64 divided by 72 is, I think, 8 by 9. So this thing is easily calculated and coming out to be 7.7 meter per second square. Okay, so this is how we will calculate these kind of questions. So next type of the numericals that we will discuss in the next video, that is on equations of motion. I hope these two types of numericals that you have understood. The video is already being of 30 minutes, so it will be difficult to download and upload also. So I will cover up the next type of numericals in your next video, that is on equations of motion. Thank you.